Hey everyone, BioFan here with quite possibly the voice of your Inquisitor, the one, the only, Alix Wilton Regan.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. So let's start out with just some general questions like,
Yes, please do.
what is your favorite color and why?
My favorite color is purple, which psychologists say is the color of sexual frustration. Apparently, that's a true story. And my second favorite color is probably red, which is the color of rage or love or passion, depending on how you see it. So purple and red, I would say, are my favorite colors. But I'm also attracted to all things sparkly and glittery. So a bit of a magpie as well.
Where are you from?
I'm from London, born and raised.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been informed apparently that it's quite unusual to meet an authentic Londoner nowadays. Everyone's always very surprised when I'm in London. They say, "Oh, where are you from?" And I say, "Oh, I'm from London." They go, "Sorry, what do you mean you're from London?" I'm like, "I'm from London," because so many people move here that it's, I think, quite rare to meet an authentic Londoner, is what I've been told. But I actually know loads of them. Obviously, we hang out. So yeah, I'm from London.
So what got you into a career in voice acting?
I think a lot of it came from my drama school training, where they run this competition called the Carlton Hobbs competition, which is basically a competition that all drama schools have and are allowed to take part in here in the UK. It's actually run by the BBC's radio department. So all the drama schools submit people for the Carlton Hobbs Awards, and my school selected me. God knows why. I mean, genuinely, God knows why. I was smoking a lot. I was drinking. I was being generally a pretty poorly behaved 19-year-old drama school student. And for reasons I could not tell you, I got chosen to represent my school at the BBC Carlton Hobbs Radio Awards. And subsequently went on to win two of the awards, actually. I got special commendations for Best Shakespearean Monologue and Best Contemporary Duologue with my partner, James Marsh, who is a fellow actor as well. And I think that kind of sparked an interest and made me go, oh, okay. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, but I thought maybe I might be good at it. Does that make sense? Like, sort of like, didn't know how it worked technically, didn't really know what I was doing, but after I kind of got selected and then won these two things, I thought, okay, hang on a second here, maybe I can do this, maybe there's something going on here. And then when I left drama school, I kind of, actors obviously need many different ways in which to use our skills to make money. And one of the ways I thought was, okay, well, let's investigate this voice work, this radio work, this, oh, hello, let's get a voiceover agent. Oh, hello, there's something called games. Yeah, I've heard of a PlayStation. Let's go and audition for them and, see how it goes. And the rest, as they say, I guess, is history.
So what was your initial reaction when you were cast for Traynor in Mass Effect 3? And then the protagonist in Inquisition?
Oh, still makes me smile. It really does. Traynor was just such a good experience. She was amazing. I was so proud to play a female character that was only into women, and I was so proud to be working with BioWare again. I was so pleased to be directed by Caroline, and just kind of cement that relationship with the company during my work as trainer. And I also found the scripts incredibly moving. I mean, I still remember crying in the booth the day that I was saying goodbye to Jen Hale's character.
Oh.
And I really did. And it really kind of awakened my senses to the power of the performance in the voiceover booth, and it was amazing. And then, of course, ME3 came and went and was released and was a huge success for BioWare, which I was, so pleased for them. And then I can't remember how much later it was. Maybe a year later, I went in and auditioned for an unknown, unspecified project. I'm always the last person to know what the project is anyway. So it's like, I'm working on games at the moment. I still haven't worked out what they quite are yet. So, I'm basically someone who doesn't even need an NDA because I don't even know what it is. So, but so I went in for DAI and I got it, and I was so excited. I can't tell you. I mean, I really was thrilled, and I remember jumping up and down. I think I cried actually a little bit. I was so excited, and my agent is just so cool as a cucumber, and I'm screaming at him. I'm going, Johnny, this is amazing! Johnny, do you understand what this means? Johnny, this is amazing! And he goes, yes, well done, dear. Anyway, it's just so cool as a cucumber. And I'm still just massively proud of the work that I did there, and really everyone's work that was involved, and how nice everyone is, how committed everyone is. You know, no one's an arse, and that's a really nice environment to work in. That's kind of, you know, they are both two of the greatest characters of my career to date. There is no doubt about that for sure.
What was it like voicing the Inquisitor, and in what ways was it different from voicing a supporting character like Traynor?
Traynor, I feel, had a really sort of distinct personality. Mm-hmm. So, bit geeky, bit dry, bit sarcastic, very London, could be a little bit cheeky. And I liked that sometimes she wasn't cheeky and she was very dry and the joke was on her, but she knew that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And of course, Traynor, you know, her sexual orientation was very defined. She could only be with femshep. So I felt like Traynor, I really knew who Traynor was. And with the Inquisitor, I think partly because I was very, very nervous about taking on such a big role. And it definitely took me a couple of months to settle into it and find my feet with the Inquisitor. Because of course the Inquisitor is you know, the Inquisitor is the player. And by that I mean literally you, the player, the consumer of the game. You know, you are the Inquisitor. So my job is to provide you with the best, the most interesting, the most authentic, the most dynamic performance and version of the Inquisitor that you choose to play, you know? Mm-hmm. So I see my job as the Inquisitor is sort of, I'm just a vessel, you know, like the brilliant writers at BioWare, David Gader and his team, they write this incredible character, really incredible character, brilliantly designed. And it's my job to bring her to life and just sort of be a conduit for their work in terms of providing you with a great experience when you play. So, you know, of course the Inquisitor, she does have characteristics, but she is you and you are her. Mm-hmm. To make it sound a bit creepy, I am everywhere.
Oh my God.
So yeah, you know, yes, so it was just a very different experience, you know, of having mm-hmm. to constantly refine and rejig the Inquisitor and sustain that level of performance for over a year, you know, for sort of a year and a half, which was brilliant. I wouldn't change a thing about it. Yeah, it was amazing.
So this is going to be a really hard question because you had more lines than anyone on the project. Well,
in the history of gaming ever.
So you had bazillions of lines.
I genuinely hope that one day I am in the Guinness World Book of Records for being the actor with the most lines in a video game ever. Ever. I want that title for myself. The Precious. I want that.
Oh, you did a really good, like, that's surprisingly good. So, out of all the bazillions of lines you recorded, yes. Do you have a favorite? And why is that your favorite?
Oh, well, it's gotta be. Could one thing in this fucking world just stay fixed?
Yes!
Of that line. Love it, love it, love it. It's gotta be that one. Probably that one. If I had to shake it down, it'd probably be that one. Yeah, probably that one.
That's my favorite one, too. That one gave me, like, chills. I was like, whoa.
I loved doing that line, and I thought BioWare, I was just like, fucking fantastic, man. Like, going with my voice for the last DLC trailer, you know, having a woman, being strong, being, you know, swearing, shouting, being a hero. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was fantastic. Fantastic choice.
Absolutely. Did you voice any other characters in Inquisition? And who was your favorite other than the Inquisitor?
I don't think I did voice any other characters this time because our voices are so distinct as Inquisitors. I mean, you know, you could ask any of the other 3 Inquisitors, but I'm pretty sure on this one we just did the lead of the Inquisitor, and they didn't want any crossover there.
Have you voiced anyone else we might recognize in other BioWare games?
Yeah. So I actually started my first ever video game job. This is absolutely true. Was playing Secothrian in Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, awesome!
Which is the first part of the Dragon Age series. For BioWare, and they, God bless them, gave me my first ever job. And then I was in Dragon Age Awakenings, which was a sort of extension part of Dragon Age Origin, and I played Myri in that. And then I think in the second Dragon Age, I played Lily, if my memory serves me correct. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
So I played Lily in Dragon Age 2, and then I played the Inquisitor in Dragon Age Inquisition.
Awesome.
Which is fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, well, there was Traynor as well.
Oh, and there's Traynor, but everyone knows about Traynor. Yeah, obviously.
Do you have any quirky or unique things you do to prepare for voice acting?
I like to take off all my clothes and rub myself in honey and lemon. Because I feel that...
do I need to slap an age restriction on this video, Alex?
In answer to your question, what do I do to prepare in the voiceover booth? I do like a little warm up in the morning, you know, which might just consist of some sirening, like that would be a siren, or a little trill, which might be a. And then I like a little puffer lips, which is a sort of just to give you the gamut of sounds that I emit. And I also do genuinely just like to take off all my clothes and rub myself in honey and lemon, just for no other reason than it feels good. I've been asked to put my clothes back on. Sometimes the directors are not sure that it's entirely working for my voice, but I'm going to have a massive impact on it. And sometimes I will actually take off my shoes in the booth if I want to feel grounded. And sometimes if I'm feeling a bit shy, I ask them to turn off all the lights, actually. There's a little fact you can have, because I'm like, don't look at me, it's embarrassing. So I get them to turn off all the lights out the way, which is a little bit weird, actually, now I think about it. So yeah, that's sort of my voice routine, I guess.
Did you ask them to do that during, like, the Iron Bowl scenes?
Yes, I did. But I actually really did as well, which is... Sorry. I actually really, really, really did. Because I got really, really shy. Sorry. I think I've got the giggles now. Sorry. Yes, I did. I had to. It was too much. It was too much for my subtle sensibilities. So yeah.
Do you have any other favorite memories from the recording booth?
Other favorite memories. Well, I really loved getting to know the BioWare team actually a bit better, because they're all so awesome that that it was a real pleasure. I mean, I don't know if you know from my social media feed, but they flew me out to Canada, which was amazing. And I got to spend a few days out there in Edmonton and meet everyone. And it was just brilliant. I can't tell you. They're so nice. They're all so clever. They're all so cool. Their new projects are going to be absolutely insane. And I really loved meeting the team that had given me this incredible opportunity and created this incredible opportunity. Because, I got to meet all of the writers, I got to meet the designers, the animators, the creative directors, who created the world. And that was incredible. That was an experience that I was privileged to receive, thanks to my playing the Inquisitor. And I loved that. I really, really did. I just saw some very cool behind the scenes, like, I guess what I was amazed by was the size of the team and the breadth of talent that they have at their fingertips, and how it is so completely a team effort. If someone doesn't pull their weight, it doesn't work, and everyone is so committed and dedicated, and it's an amazing creative energy for sure. And I feel like BioWare are a company that want to do great things in the world, and I really respect that.
Mm-hmm. So I have to ask, how did that spit take video where you repeatedly spat on Connell Pierce come about?
You mean the greatest day of my life, topped by any other day ever again? Well, let me tell you about that day with Connell. It was all his idea. He gets complete credit. Connell is a creative genius, okay? Like, genuinely a creative genius. Absolutely hysterical human being. He's so brilliant and so cool in the flesh. He's like the most chilled, laid back. He's basically horizontal, but he's actually very vertical because he's very tall in real life. So it was all his idea. He came into the studio. He's like, hey, I've got this idea for a skit. What do you think of a spit take and spitting on me? I said, I literally have no effing idea what you're asking me to do, but I'll try it anyway. And then I think we did it, but I wasn't spitting on him. And then Caroline stopped the take and went, oh no, sorry. Like, we really need you to spit on him. And I was like, what do you mean? And she went, like, spit on him. And I was like, what, just like spit on Connell? Yeah, just spit on him, like, in his face, like, really hard. It's like, just
What?
And I did, but it was his idea, and such fair play to him. I mean, I think he did a great job on the video because he edited it all as well. So, well done him.
Was the incredulous line originally in the game, or did they come up with it just for the video?
What happened? Okay, I never know what the word incredulous means, and doesn't matter how many times you tell me what the definition of incredulous is. It just doesn't stay in my head. I know it's something like shocked, or I don't know what. It's something like that, right? But basically, I wanted the spit take to be really real, because I do actually like being a bit method. And if I could have a Shetland pony in a studio, I would.
They never brought you the pony?
They are so unfair, man. Like, screw them. Okay, talk about playing hardball. So I do like to be a little bit method sometimes when I can. So what the sound engineer did, bless him, a guy called Jason, I was like, guys, how am I going to spit this out authentically and like make it look real? So they were talking to me down the headset, and then he went, yeah, Alex, just do it incredulously. And I went, what? Incredulous? What? And it was real. So yeah, that was why he went for incredulous, is because I never know what the word means. One day at a Comic-Con, someone's going to go, hey, Alex, what does incredulous mean? I'm going to go, I don't know!
It's going to be me. Get ready.
So true.
What was your favorite scene to voice for Traynor in Mass Effect 3?
I think probably the goodbye scene with Femshep at the end, because it was the first time that I cried real tears in the voice booth, and I didn't have to, obviously, but it was so beautifully written that it made me cry, and it just felt really powerful and authentic. So that was amazing. And I did really like the DLCs as well for ME3. The one where Traynor is ridiculously drunk at a party was hilarious. And I also got to play a Valley Girl, which was great and a lot of fun in that. So I would say those were my favorite scenes.
What were your favorite companion and romance scenes in Inquisition?
I've always had a soft spot for the Iron Bull. I don't know why. I love Freddie's performance every time I was in the booth. He'd make me laugh or he'd make me cry. I loved his performance. I loved my relationship with Cassandra as well, and Miranda Raisin, who plays her, and they're all so brilliant. Allegra's a complete sweetheart who I've gotten to know throughout her brilliant performance as Josephine, and it's absolutely fantastic to see her doing so well. I met up with her in LA recently, and she's absolutely beautiful and a brilliant human being and making waves in the industry, and well done to her, and just everyone's performance was brilliant. Robin's performance as Sarah was fantastic as well, and Solus, my God, that journey, and Cole. I mean, I remember them all. Blackpool, all of them. They're amazing. They're amazing. Vivienne, all Lily. They're brilliant. They're all brilliant. Yeah, I couldn't choose. I really couldn't choose. Romance scenes. I would say it wasn't so much a favorite romantic option, but more the way that BioWare resolves all of the romance options. So, for example, I find it a bit like in ME3 with Traynor and Femshep. I found playing the Inquisitor and then seeing the end point of all of the romances really, really fascinating. So, for example, being rejected by Dorian and not being able to go there would be one example. Or, getting it on with Sarah or not getting it on with Sarah. Having, this kind of kinky sex scene with the bull or just being friends with the bull. Do you know what I mean? All these kind of different options that you could do. And then some of the marriage scenes as well that were completely beautiful in some of the end materials. Just fantastic, So I think it was what I was really interested in was how those creative choices climaxed, for lack of a better word. So yeah, so like a better word than climaxed. Yeah, how they reached their end point, if you see what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, in some cases that was kind of true, but I remember the wedding scene for Cullen, because that was like my go-to romance, and it was I didn't think they would ever do it. Like, I never thought, like, I was like, that's like the thing that like you always hope for, but just accept that will never happen. And then they did it, and I was like,
I know. Yeah, it's amazing.
So, can you tell us if you have been cast to voice another character in a BioWare game? I hope you enjoyed the first part of my exclusive interview with Alix Wilton Regan. To view part 2, click here on the screen or down in the video description. Please also be sure to subscribe to my channel for more Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and BioWare related videos by clicking on the big blinking subscribe button coming up shortly. More subscribers help me get more interview opportunities like this.